I would like to share with you a reading from a book I've written entitled The Power in You, Discovering Treasures of the Hidden Self. It is a book that enlightens, awakens, and heals as it inspires you to see life differently. Before I continue with my reading, I'd like to let you know that throughout this book I've used the word man, not to connote gender, but rather it refers to all of mankind, that is, both male and female. I now invite you to sit back, relax, and listen quietly, with a quiet mind. So not with the mind, but with the divine heart. I'll now read an excerpt from Chapter 9, O Divine Soul, Daily Commune with God. The men who invest their time in their ego selves receive the dividends paid out by the ego, that is, a temporary state of happiness, with unhappiness sure to follow. The men who are constantly engaged in activity and conversations that feed their egos have no time to come to know and experience God, the source of the peace for which their hearts yearn. So too, the men who believe that they must push the envelope and constantly challenge themselves outwardly leave little or no room to challenge themselves inwardly, spiritually. The man, however, who has absolutely no interest in knowing God daily might as well be actively engaged in doing something worthwhile in his world, such as work, and contribute to his existence and to society. Otherwise, such a man will be led to laziness, to idleness, lawless and contemptible activities that cage his soul. As for the man who does not turn to God consciously but seeks wealth, let it be for the sake of distribution to others in need, where you are used as a channel through which it flows freely, for this will lead you eventually to the freeing of your soul. And the man who seeks not wealth, make sure that it is because you choose simplicity as a means to find your peace, to consciously engage daily in communion with God. Greater yet are the men who run not madly after activity, people, and things, but run madly after knowing the God that pervades this universe, the God in whose likeness they are made, so that they can realize their divinity. These men are the really sane men that exist in this universe, whom the egoistic men think are insane. But who is insane? Is it not the man who lives continuously in his ego identity, who hears the ego voice that pounds continuously in his head and cannot seem to shut up, and keeps placing so many demands on himself that he knows no peace with him? Isn't this madness? Or is it the man who seeks God within, and whose ego voice no longer pounds in his head, but instead is a silent voice that he hears not in words, but experiences as his deep inner knowing, and he knows no turmoil within? Is he not really the sane and accomplished one? So men, no matter where you are in life or what you may be engaged in or not engaged in, you are encouraged to invest wisely in daily intimate communion with the divine, to connect with your divine nature and identify with your true divine self, so that you can receive the dividend of inward peace and real sanity, which are the returns paid out from your God investment. I invite you to visit my website, sandrarajpaul.com, and please go to the contact page after reading my book and drop me a few lines to let me know how this book and its messages have touched your life and even transformed it. I pray and trust that you live a truly joyous, loving, and peaceful life, no matter what you're engaged in this world.